Hi, this is Cobey Brown from the Odyssey, and I'm going to do a lyric breakdown for our newest track called Breakout. So there are two main sources that I drew inspiration from while I was writing this song, and it wasn't necessarily an entirely intentional thing. It was just a song that was sort of birthed out of the experience I was having in life at the time. The first, source of inspiration that I had was just the angst that I had at this time in my life. For lack of a better word, I was feeling sort of rebellious. But it was kind of in a way where I felt like I wanted to defy the expectations that I felt like were placed upon me. And, these might have been expectations that I even placed on myself. So I ended up dropping out of college for a semester, and I'm back now. But, point still stands. The second source of inspiration was actually the movie Shawshank Redemption. And, this is a really famous, well-known movie. And spoilers if you haven't seen it, oh well. But I hadn't seen it until about a year and a half ago, and I was really inspired by the fact that he never gave up on getting out of prison, and his escape and the shot of him at the end with his arms up, being so happy that all of his hard work had finally paid off, just really struck me in a cool way. And I really like to write about emotions that I feel from reading a book or from watching a movie. I like to turn into my own sort of interpretation of that, and that's kind of what I did with this song. So the song starts off with an actual NASA track that is a countdown to the takeoff for a rocket ship, because it captures this feeling of angst and tension that's perfect for the intro to this song, that kind of signifies something important coming next. Hey, listen close, I can't buy the time for you. I want to know what you see in my crystal ball. Oh, the world turning inside out. Oh, tell me, do you see it too? Those pointing fingers ain't enough to keep me lying down, so let me tell you now. So verse 1 acts as a really abrasive attention grabber. Line number 1 is, hey, listen close, I can't buy the time for you. That's like you're shaking somebody on their shoulders, telling them that what you're about to say is really important. Line number 2 is, I want to know what you see in my crystal ball. 3, oh, the world turning inside out. Oh, tell me, do you see it too? This is a sort of sarcastic question. You're asking someone to look into your crystal ball, tell you your future and tell you you're going to fail. And, not caring anyway. That's what this last line goes into. Those pointing fingers ain't enough to keep me lying down, so let me tell you now. Just like a full-blown confidence and a great feeling of, passion for something that you care about. Don't for a moment think that I'll stay in the corner too. I am so sick and tired of sitting and waiting it out. No one ever told me that it was my turn except you. I think I remember now the dream I had. So the chorus really communicates what it needs to pretty bluntly, I think. Don't for a moment think that I'll stay in the corner too. I am so sick and tired of sitting and waiting it out. These first 2 lines are really about feeling like you have to wait for something, and you're waiting for the okay of other people to do whatever it is you're wanting to do. No one ever told me that it was my turn except you. This is actually about my own internal struggle. The person who told me it was my turn is myself. And anytime you want to, you can decide it's time to go, And the last line, I think I remember now, the dream I had. I really think it's a shame when you feel like you're forced to drop something in your life that means a lot to you. Passion, a hobby, a dream. Sometimes these things are worth fighting a little extra for. I can hear your pretty words baking out in the sun as all of your colors fade to gray. gray, and I can see people coming and going one by one. I'm stuck between tomorrow and yesterday. So let me tell you now. So the first two lines of this verse are just kind of word painting the idea of big talk with no game. So it's kind of like two sides of me still fighting, right? That's kind of the whole point of the song, is this side of me that is talking about all these things that I want to do, and the side of me that's too afraid to try any of it. The last two lines of the verse are sort of about getting stuck in the cycle of overthinking about what happened yesterday or worrying about what's going to come tomorrow. This is, I don't actually have very many guitars, but this one gets the job done, and I just feel super attached to it. It is my Mexican Fender Strat, and it's nothing crazy, but I've recorded every one of my guitar solos on this guitar, this one too. The solo actually used to be twice as long as it is. And then I realized it was much more impactful when we cut it in half, because what happened at the end is the full band came back in, and I kind of just, it was cool. I really liked the solo, and I was just going ham up here doing some stuff, but it felt like there was much more intention whenever we cut it in half and just did the. When I was recording this solo, I remember Kyle and I were in the studio until like 11 p.m. that day, and I had this little lick. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it here, but you can hear it in the song. It starts with the second lick you hear, this one, it goes that was a lick that I had just come up with on its own, just an isolated little thing. And I put it in the song just because I was really eager to use it, and I didn't know where to put it. And at first I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. It like changes the feel of the song. And Kyle was in the studio just telling me I had to leave that in. He liked it so much. This is for you, Kyle. There's nothing to say about the bridge. It's literally the point of the song. No lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Just meat and bread, baby. Home run, felt so sweet. Filthy, but feels so clean. Breakout on the run. Well, I can't be the only one, so. Okay, so verse 3. Home run, felt so sweet. That's like the very moment that you decide you're gonna go after something. Filthy, but feels so clean. Breakout on the run. I can't be the only one, so. These three lines are the ones that I could say are directly inspired by Shawshank Redemption. So at the end of the movie, spoilers. At the end of the movie, he's been working on his escape from prison for 20 years. And to cap it off, he has to climb through all the sewage, and he gets out and he's disgusting and gross. And anyway, he's just standing there with his arms spread wide, as happy as he could be about it. And I really wanted to write about how that made me feel. And the outro, I'm so close. I'm so close to being the one standing out in the rain with my arms spread wide. For me, the song isn't really about making it to some finish line. It's really about being happy that I found my way to the start. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Cobey Brown with the Odyssey, and I hope you're enjoying the new track, Breakout.